it's funny actually because I'm sitting here like, yo, how can I start this? How can I start this new podcast? Like, what do I say? Do I have to have a zinger or some shit like that? And I realized like, yo, just just jump right into it. But then I can't jump right into it because y'all Bammers don't know me. So let me give a short history of who I am. I go by the name of ShoNuff. I have 19 plus years experience at a logistics company, and in that time, I have seen some things, I have done some things, I have been third person to some things, and then I've just heard some things, and I was like, yo, no, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that. And then I got with my director, and he was like, "Yo, your stories is crazy, yo. You need to do this, you need to do that." I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not really into this technology talking into a mic shit thing. I'm not down for that. But he convinced me, and after a while, I was like, yo, that's actually a good idea. Let me do that. So what we're gonna do here in this on this, I guess you want to call it podcast, storytelling, whatever, called Tales from the Sword Owl, life and logistics, if you will. I'm going to be your narrator. I'm going to be your storyteller. I'm going to be the one driving the car, the one flying the plane through these stories, and hopefully, by the end of this, you laughing and you like, yo, I got a story to tell. I want to tell. I want Mr. Nuff. I want Show Nuff to go ahead and tell that story for me, and you'll send it in, and I get it out there on the airwaves. So I think what we're gonna do for the first show is we're gonna have a little incident that I went through when I first got to logistics. We're gonna call it logistics. When I first got to logistics, my second time. Now, anybody that's worked with a logistic company understands what that means. You're gonna either quit or you're gonna get fired, and they're gonna bring you right back. I, on the other hand, my situation, I ended up quitting and going back to school and finishing up. And once I graduated, I came back, and the comeback process was crazy. But that's I'll save that for another time. I'm gonna tell you my first experience with the actual sword owl. So right, I get to work. I've been there. I get to work now, mind you. I work third shift as they call it, so it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, moving boxes and shit out of trucks, logistics, if you will. I'm whew, I'm about 22, 23 years old. So I've been around women. I'm not gonna say I'm some Don Juan type thing or no shit like that, but I've been around women. I'm not new to the game. I'm hip to the game, but I'm not a seasoned vet, if you know what I mean. So for whatever reason, my supervisor throws me in the truck by myself. Okay, cool, whatever. I can knock this out. Whatever. I have no problem with that. Now, like I said, mind you, I'm 22, 23 years old. Um, I'm in there. I'm working. I'm not busting my ass, but I'm working because you learn from the old heads. You don't work too hard. Once again, another story. So I'm in the truck, right? I'm unloading, and I'm like, yo, I feel like somebody watching me, right? I feel like somebody watching me, but I don't pay nothing. I'm like, yo, I'm in a truck by myself. Ain't nobody watching me. So I'm unloading. I say I get about a third of the way in, and something says, yo, Nuff, look back. And I look back, and across the sword aisle is this older woman, and she is literally watching me. And she is eyeing me down. She ain't saying nothing, but I know she looking at me because ain't nothing but in this truck but me and boxes. I know she ain't that thrilled to see boxes, right? So we make eye contact. I do the head nod, and I go back to work thinking, okay, it is what it is. So I continue working. working, and something says, no, Nuff, turn around. I turn around again, right? Now it's two women watching, just watching. They got little smirks on their face. I'm like, oh shit. I kind of know what's up, but I'm used to college women. I'm used to yeah, college age women, and women trying to still figure out who they are and what they want, not seasoned women, not women who've established themselves in the world, right? So I'm like, okay, let me just put my head down and not make too much noise. Um, so I go back to work, and I hear I don't want to say cackling, but like laughing and stuff like that, right? I'm like, okay, if I turn around and acknowledge this, I'm opening myself up. But I'm enough, so I have to turn around. I have to turn around and see what's what exactly Yeah, I let them know. I hear you. I hear you. Excuse me. I hear you over there. Whatever. So when I turn around, it's now three women. I said, okay, that's a little too much for enough. The two, or maybe three. All right, now I don't want to say I'm getting embarrassed or feeling weird, but I was like, okay, uh, now I'm feeling like prey. It's not even like, yo, um, I can take them. No, now I'm feeling like prey, like the wolves, the lionesses have got that deer and that gazelle in they sights, and they gonna get them, right? So I play it cool as much as I can. I acknowledge all three of them, right? I go back to work. I'm working. I hear now, mind you, I'm usually aware of my surroundings, so I know when somebody creeps up on me. I know if somebody's in the vicinity of me when they weren't there originally. Especially at 22, 23, I'm definitely sharp as a tack. I turn around. Honestly, I know. I kid you not. I was expecting to see a supervisor or something saying, "Yo, you're taking too long. This, that, and the third, whatever." It's one of the women from across the sword aisle. We won't say names. I'll just say woman one, woman two, woman three. So woman one was like, what's your name? I'm trying to play it cool, but I'm like, oh shit, I'm different now. But at that 10, I was like, enough, enough. He said, okay. Like, how you been here? How long you been here, enough? I said, this is my second day. Um, but I was here a couple years ago. And she said, okay, okay. Um, you enjoy what you're doing? And I'm literally like, yo, where is this leading to? Now mind you, I'm it's just one. And I could have swore, I kid you not, I could have swore that the other two were across on the sword aisle. And as I'm trying to gather a response to this, woman two appears. I swear it was like poof, and she was there. She's like, no, we just want to know if you're enjoying working here. And I'm that now. I'm like, mouth open, like, oh shit, they got me. I'm looking for an exit because I'm like, yo, if they wanted to take me, they could take me. It was like, I was actually out, no bullshit. I was actually feeling like, yo, these mugs is about to tear me down. I'm not saying no rape shit, no shit like that, but I was like, oh shit, they bodied me. Um, I was like, yeah, it's a job, And they started giving me the whole big sister routine. You know them cats that be trying to, go to stay in school, do this, do that, whatever. You gotta respect it if you respect the person. So I explained to them that I was pursuing football somewhat. Um, this was just temporary, yada yada yada, whatever. And I turned to get a box because I was nervous that I didn't want the supervisors to come around and see me not working and then hoop and holler. Now, see, like I said, I'm fresh in the game of logistics, so I don't know how this place is actually run. So as I turn and grab a package, my dumb ass bent over. Why didn't I grab one from the top of the wall? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I heard was, mm. I look up and the third one was there. I was like, oh shit. I said, oh shit. Yeah. And she's like, no, don't mind. She said, don't mind us. You can go ahead and keep working. I was like, yeah, okay. She's like, no, y'all, you go ahead and keep working. I was like, are y'all in here to help? And I collectively, no, no follow up, just no. I said, okay, well, uh, the supervisor, no, don't worry about them. Don't worry about him. We're taking care of that. Now I don't know what the hell that means. Are we taking care of that? That's your supervisor. You was on the sort out. What do you mean you taking care of that? So they literally, no bullshit, people. They literally stood in there and watched me finish this truck. Right? Now this was a small pub, so it was like maybe like 26, 28 feet, something like that. They stood in there, watched me finish this truck, right? They might as well got their popcorn. They sat down and pulled up a chair or something, pulled up a box and just sat in there, right? So when I finished the truck, the most aggressive one, I think that was woman two. Yeah, woman two. She said, do you have a girlfriend? I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh shit, here it come. And before I could answer, woman three said, it doesn't matter if you do or not. I was like, oh shit. Yo, shit. Yo, is this gonna be my last day in logistics? Not I'm not quitting. Am I gonna disappear? I was like, nah. And woman one was like, nah, I don't believe that. And I said, no, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm not married. I don't anything like that. I'm not in a relationship or anything like that. I'm not really focused on that right now. Woman two says, then what exactly are you focused on? I said, in my mind, I was like, well, I already said I play football, so I assume that's what you realize. That's what I was focused on. Now, I guess my face must have said that because I didn't actually say it out loud. But she's like, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about that. And, the emphasis on that, to the second that. I was like, uh, I was literally with the birdie back with the, they had me stumped, yo. So I was like, I, the third woman two was like, nah, gather yourself and answer the question. I was like, yo, I'm just here to slang boxes, yo. I'm just here to slang boxes, right? So woman two was like, no, no, no. It's if it's not clear to you, we like what we see, and we want to know what you want to know. I was like, yo, I don't look. I said, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I really, I was. They made a thought I was playing dumb, but I was just actually dumb. I did not know what the fuck they was talking about, what she was going at. I ain't never seen that before. I never even heard that before. You know what I mean? I had never experienced no shit like this. I'm dealing with I'm used to dealing with college girls who get drunk at frat parties and shit like that, and uh or the educated woman who's better. Not I don't say better in herself, but yeah, better in herself so she can find herself. Like I said earlier, I'm not used to women who are established. This threw me off. Like the dominant factor. They was like, yo, we see what we want and we gonna go get it. So I was like, yo, I I seriously I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I kept saying. I don't know. I don't know, right? Well, they didn't break. I kid you not. They did not break. I couldn't get out this truck if I tried. Now, mind you, the truck is now empty. I still ain't seen or heard a supervisor. In the last hour, I ain't seen or heard a supervisor, which is common in logistics, but hey, that's another story. I'm like, yo, in my mind, I'm like, yo, somebody come and save me because I just don't know what to do, right? I don't know what to do. So we just standing there. I'm kind of fidgety, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. And the women are looking at me like, what's up? All three of them. Hey, all three. I can't make this up because I don't move like this. I don't roll like this. This is not. I'm not one of those motherfuckers that claim to be a playboy or some shit like that. Never have, never will. But this happened on my second day at my job, not at the club, not at a restaurant, on my job. Now I'm not even dressed up. I'm not dressed to the nine. I'm not even. I got on some busted ass shorts, dingy ass t-shirt, and some lug boots. Shout out to Lugs. I love Lugs. Lugs boots. See what I'm saying? Gloves, dust and shit everywhere. Black shit all over my face because it's dirty as a motherfucker in there. And they looking at me like, yo, we will take you right here, right now. I ain't gonna lie, folks. I was actually scared. I was scared. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. It was a standoff. They had cornered their meat, their prey, and they was about to pounce. Excuse me. They was about to pounce. And I don't know if it was the logistics gods or what, but a savior came by and said, hey, you bitches leave that dude alone. I, I can't make this shit up. He said, hey, you bitches leave that dude alone. He got work to do. Honk, honk, and drove off on the E-Reg train. Shorty did not budge. Now, I listen, I have seen women freak out when you even contemplate calling them that. They didn't budge, right? So I'm like, oh shit, I'm real in danger. No, what had happened was they let it be known they were still in control of the situation. Because after he honked and rolled on, woman 2 said, think about it. And then she turned to woman 3 and she said, yo, and I'm paraphrasing because these aren't, verbatim. She said, was that who said that? I'm not sorry, not was that Caesar who said that? The other one, still looking at me, said, yeah, that was him. She said, let's go ahead and go take care of that. And they walked out. I swear they walked out like the motherfucking mafia. You know what I mean? It wasn't no simultaneous, we all just turned their shoulders, right? They moved out one by one. You see what I'm saying? Woman 3, then woman 1, then woman 2. And they didn't just turn around and walk. They took a step or two back and did like a half spin. And then was like, yo, with the look, they didn't say it. The look said, yo, think about it. They hopped down out the truck, excuse me, and proceeded to go find Caesar for what he had just said. Now, mind you, nothing really happened. So people are like, oh, that's a whack story. Yo, I'm still wide-eyed. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. 22, 23 years old, unless you've been through some shit, you ain't really been through some shit. I had never experienced, hell, I hadn't really heard about cougars, if you will. You know, you hear about these corny dudes at school talking about them, but you don't believe these motherfuckers. They drinking Natty Light and shit. You don't know if these motherfuckers is actually telling the truth or not. And this was uh I would say the start of the internet blowing up. Social media wasn't. I don't even think social media was hell. I don't even know if YouTube was out yet. So it wasn't like we were just seeing stuff. We was still stealing music off Napster and LimeWire and shit like that. So I thought to myself, yo, I dodged a bullet. Caesar saved my life. Now, mind you, I hadn't met Caesar yet. Caesar has saved my life. That's a good dude. Then I met Caesar. And I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, people, this is ShoNuff. This is the first episode of Tales from the Sword Isle. Like I said, we're going to start off real slow with this. And the story is, I promise you, are going to get juicier and better. Where I swear y'all going to be like, yo, that motherfucker don't exist. That's not real. He making that shit up. But I promise you, everything I say is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent, but I have to be honest with you, these motherfuckers ain't innocent. Till next time. Peace.